Hello dear students. Today we will see how to install Dev C++ in Windows 10. So till now you have worked in a Linux environment, but from 2.1 onwards you need to work with the Windows. So we will see how to install Dev C++ and where we need to download this thing. So just type Dev C++ free download. So you will get so many links. So one of the link I'm going to download it. So I'm downloading from this SourceForge website. So I was already downloaded this extension, so it is already in my Lappy. So just I'm trying to extract this and I'm trying to install the Dev C++ in Windows 10. So opening it, yes, permission. So it is extracting. Okay, selection language option I was selected, and it is asking for license agreement. So by default I'm going for agree. So just look over here and remove old configuration files. So I was already installed and I was removed, so that is the reason I am choosing remove old configuration. If you're not at all installed this, so just ignore it. So next, so it is always showing my dev c++ file in program files, so I'm installing it. So in a quick view we will see where this file is available, right? So inside my C, I'm prog files, dev c++. So till the folder is not created, so we'll wait. Yes, I'm clicking on finish. Desktop icon is added, so done. So I'm checking here dev c++. So dev c++ is available. So there we have all the libraries here, and I'm closing this tab. And now it is asking for the setup, how your window has to be appear and what kind of thing you need to do. So it is a normal language English, so click on next. So you can change your text type and all these things. So I'm by default I'm going with this. So next, so the configuration is done successfully. I'm clicking on OK. So when the installation is completed, you will get this window. So you are entered into the dev c++, and here what we need to do. So here I need to recommend some few kind of settings for your dev c++. So here we are using latest standard version for your C++ is 11. So we need to add those features to your compiler. So tools, in these tools you have your compiler options and all these things. So I'm representing compiler options. So here I'm representing -G, right? So I'm giving indication to my compiler. And next there are some kind of settings we had. So I'm not going to do any modifications to this by default settings, whatever dev c++ is given, and code generation I'm not going to be added. And here we have one more option, language standards. So by using this also we can able to add. So here you can choose your standard version C++ 11. So instead of this, I'm not going to modify anything here. So warning, profile, linker, and everything is available. Directories, right? So it is available, compiler and including. So this is the way where I need to add. So I want to give the features to my programs. So here I'm representing space -std equals to, so what kind of features I want, C++ 11. So I'm using normal C, so I'm not going to represent any capital things. So same thing, std equals to, so C++ 11. So I'm representing the latest advanced libraries are included to my dev c++ IDE. So right, I'm clicking on OK. So now it is fine. My compiler settings are done. So here everyone knows about it. we have all these options in this IDE. First we will go through with the IDE. So next, file. In this file you have only source file and project. So why they are differentiated? This means you can add only a source file. There is not treated as a project. So this when I am clicking on a project, so it will include all the things you want to create, what kind of project it is. So I'm going through the basic things. So I'm adding console application. So okay, so now it is asking for my project name, so where it is going to be stored. So I'm using desktop. So in my desktop I'm creating one kind of folder. So because all the things has to be stored in this particular folder, C plus, right? So okay, the folder is created, and here I am going to represent my project 1. So in this dev C++, so it is C++ project, so I am adding it. So now yes, so the project is going to be loaded, so there is no issue in this. So right, so here instead of working with this by default prompt, so we are getting some kind of default prompt ISP streams, and you have a main function. So by default you are getting so this will be treated as your main function, and remaining all the files which are treated as a different files which are related to your single project. So here I am not going to work with this. I am going to work with a normal source flow source file, because you want to know all the things. So I am adding only uh, normal file to this in the same project. So I want to rename it. So to rename this, I'm adding name, right? So here my name is Prithvi, so I'm adding as Prithvi. So source files, you can add different kind of file systems to this. Headers, if you are going to produce header files, or if you are going to use C++ source files. So if you are working with C++, you need to mention it as .cpp. If you are working with only C programming, .c is enough. The extension has to be very clear here, and there is no issue if you are going to represent with a C++ and you're writing if you are representing your file name as .c and you are executing C++ file, it is not going to be work out here. And if you are represented your file name as .cpp, and if you want to execute C programming, that is fine, there is no issues in it. Your compiler will automatically do the things. So here how your program is going to be work, what is the use of this IDE, and why we are not going to work with the manual things like Linux programming, and you need to do all the compilation and execution. So why we are representing all these things. So see here, I want to elaborate all the things, all the details about this IDE. So file system everyone knows, and you can add, you can delete, and you can import, you can export your projects into different formats. See this, import and export, whatever you have represented here, directly you can make it as a MS Visual C++ project. So this is the MS Visual Studio is the best platform to do the C++ projects, and we were worked with OpenCV C++ libraries, which is for image processing. So export, right, you can export your file into a different kind of modes. So print, setup, and exit, so there is nothing in it. And next, edit option also same. So you can insert here here this is the best thing for your IDE which is giving. So here I want to add my program. So when I'm saying that this is my program, this is not my program, somewhere I was copied, I'm representing here, but I want to project my own authentication if it is written by me. So I want the author kind of things. So here you will have a insert snippet. We had some comment header, right? In this comment header you can add your details when you are going to upload into your any kind of social websites. It is easy to identify this program is given by someone else, right? So be careful, don't copy and paste, it will cost effective, right? So there are some kind of features we had with this date, time, comment header, message box, winman, and main window pros, child window pros, and for while, do while, if. So what when I'm going to click on this for and while loop, so I'll get directly this. So I'm directly including it, and I want to include my for loop. So for now, for syntax is going to be represented. I don't need to remember all the things. By default it is going to do that. So this is the advantage we had with the IDE, and to use this, and you want to include the date, and directly it is going to be included, right? So if def and if and def, so these all are directives, and which is giving the best to your programming. And so we'll see all the examples in coming video lectures, right? So edit, so everything is same. And next one is search function. You want to search something, you want to replace your text, you can use this tab. And coming to you, so here these are the tabs we have, right? So project bars, so this is the bar. If you want to add, if you want to remove, status bar, so here you are getting some kind of lines, number of lines, number of columns, number of sections, whatever the things we have. So this is going to be elaborated. So if you want to remove it, so yeah, okay, happily we can remove it. Or if you want to insert it, you can insert it. And if you want to project, if you want to remove it, view project. So please keep maintain this project and class kind of relationship here. And here I'm removing all the things, right? So coming to this project, new project, adding a project, removing a project, execution. So this is the most important things, as of the whatever the keys you have used for your compilation and execution, so same keys are going to be available here. You can use this compile and run directly F11, so no need to write the thing like dot what cc space program.c. so we don't want to write down like this. So directly you can click on F11, F12, the program is going to be compiled and it is going to be executed. So if you are doing any kind of modification, go for F12, automatically it will do all the things, compile and run, right? So tools, coming to this, so we have already represented compiler related options. We can go and represent. If you want to configure any kind of shortcuts, so if you want to do something, you can add your shortcuts here, right? So I'm not interested in this, so I'm not going to add anything. So a style, format changes, windows, and something help. So this is about your IDE, and we will write down a program and how it is going to be compiled, how it is going to be debugged, we will see in the next video.